heading out to the boat. It is Wednesday, February the 3rd, 21. And it is 31 degrees out right now. This is as warm as it's going to get today. And I've been wanting to get out to the boat. This is my day off. Even though I worked 2 jobs this morning, it's supposed to be my day off and my day to do boat projects. So I'm gonna head out there and see if I can get something done. 2 or 3 days from now, it's gonna be dropping down in the single digits, and I will not be doing any kind of outdoor work, especially boat projects. The engine, the Volvo, is still in the shop. Not much progress on it. I get the feeling that it's going to be a couple more seasons before that engine is rebuilt. I have a Universal M25 Kubota ready to go. It's 1 horsepower less than the Volvo, but it's 3-cylinder. Should be less vibration. The engine mounts are just about the same. I've got a transmission for it and a V-drive, fuel boost pump. So I think we're pretty much ready to go, but it is probably going to be into March, well into March, before we can get on that project. I gotta talk to the boatyard and get them to get a crane out of storage and hoist it up. Probably going to be 15-20 foot hoist, and then a 10-foot drop down through the main hatch to get it under the floor of the main cabin, and then we'll have to slide it back into the aft cabin and the bilge. Today I am taking the seats to the cockpit back out, and I'm just going to set them in place. I stripped all the teak off of them, sanded them down to bare fiberglass, did a little bit of fiberglass patching on the bottom of one of them, and then coated the top sides in Flex Seal. And I'm still looking for an adhesive that will affix the sea deck to the Flex Seal, but we're making progress. At least now the seats are going to be waterproof. We had water coming into the aft cabin all season last summer, and that problem is now corrected. I still have the floor of the cockpit to do, and some of the seating areas that weren't part of the hatches. That can be done after launch, though. I've got my new Genoa cars with me today. I'm just going to try one of them, make sure they fit. Should be 1.25" T-track. I think I'm going to pull the existing Genoa cars and bring them back home where I can work on them and just give them a little love. I had a pin on one of them trying to back out when I was covering the boat up for winter. So I want to look those over real good and make sure they're in good shape. I've also got my digital caliper, and we're going to measure the reefing line and get some new reefing line coming from US Rope. And since it's pretty small in diameter, I think it's going to be 5/8. I'm going to get enough extra to run the LEDs up and down the backstay. I got 2 65-foot strands of programmable LEDs, colors, lights, patterns. We're going to run one up the forestay and one up the backstay, but the LED rope is a little flimsy, so I'm going to just attach them with zip ties to some of that extra reefing rope. Probably get that from US Rope. I was pretty happy with the main halyard that I did from them last year, and then I ordered Genoa sheets from them at the end of the summer, and those look pretty good. I got the halyard in red, the Genoa sheets in like a royal blue, and I'll probably get the reefing line in black, just to get everybody in the cockpit familiar with what color to grab. So it just becomes second nature. Just subconsciously, you know, you're going to grab for the Genoa sheet, you grab for the royal blue line on port or starboard and start pulling at it. What other projects? Oh, yeah, I spent too much of the afternoon making a jig to try to pull the kitchen through hull. That's one of the major projects besides the engine that's going to have to be done before we can get it back in the water. That through hull was leaking last spring early, so I covered it in Flex Seal because I didn't know it was adjustable and that I could just stop the leaking by torquing up the joint. So I got all 4 bolts off of the base, but I cannot pop it loose. So I built a little jig. I'm going to use some ratchet straps and just try to pop that off and see what happens. But it's got to come off. It's got to get cleaned up or replaced. I don't know which, but I got to make sure. I think I have, let's see, what, 2 forward. This one's a third. 4, 5, 6 through hulls, and then yeah, those have got to all be tested watertight before I want to drop it back in the water. I'm gonna have enough on my hands with the engine. I did get a dripless shaft seal, so that's sitting there ready to go. And let's see, oh, I talked with Max Prop last week, found out that I need a 3-blade 15-inch feathering Max Prop to the tune of about $3,000, but it's going to give me 30% better cruise speed and about 90% more thrust and reverse. So we're going to bite the bullet and replace the 19-inch folder. I got some footage still on the Osmo that I haven't dug up for you guys, so hopefully I'll get that video processed and posted before this video. Try to keep things in context, but just chomping at the bit. It's early February, and we're looking at sub-zero temperatures within the next week. Hope is still alive that we're gonna get this boat back in the water. And I gave notice on Monday, February 1st, that my last day of work would be May 1st at the latest. So the line is in the sand, officially retiring May 1st. You're going to have the whole summer to sail. And then once the boat's out of the water and put away, I got some other plans, and we'll just see what happens. The markets have been really good lately, and I can afford to do it, so why not? I've been one of the few people out here at the boatyard over the late fall and early winter, and I've checked the batteries, charged them as necessary, but with this cold right now, I'm gonna check them, and if indicated, I'm gonna hopefully get them about an hour and 20 minutes charge before we really drop the thermometer off the deep end. So yeah, I think that's it. Hopefully I remember everything. I probably should have made a list, but once I get up on the boat, things start clicking and looking around, and I got 2 heaters in there, but I kind of doubt that I'm going to be out here long enough to make them much good. Wow, there's actually people here. I'm shocked. I don't even know where I'm going to park to get up to my boat. I guess I'll just park here and hopefully people can get around, but there she is. Alright, I'm going to try to get you a little more footage as we go. Okay, here we are aboard. There are the bubblers going like crazy on the docks. And let's see how well they hold up next week. Everything looks good here. Snow on the north side. Not gonna go running around out there. Southern deck has been in the sun. Pretty safe. A little patch of ice there by the spinnaker pole. And here are the new Genoa car. Fits nicely on the smaller forward rail. I'll run that for the stay cell. And I just pulled the old Genoa car. We'll take those home, give them some maintenance. Welcome aboard. Just did a little cursory inspection. Everything seems to be in pretty good order. I don't see any kind of leakage or anything. Looks like we did a real good job on sealing up the hatch here. No leaks whatsoever. Dry floors, dry bilge. Kind of like what you like to see when you come out to check on your boat any time of year, but especially wintertime. I didn't check the main bilge here yet. And we got a little ice in there. Not much. I put some antifreeze in there, and apparently didn't fully do its job. Yeah, we're getting water down the mast. That's been a problem, so I'm not sure what the final solution to that is, but got a couple heaters going. Everything's been left opened up, so no bad smells or anything going on. I think I'm gonna go pull my light and try to get that through hull pulled right now. That's my main focus for this trip.